to Poultry Paradise Production. Today we're going to be planting onions. We're in eastern Pennsylvania and it's the middle to end of January. You can do this anytime from December all the way through the end of February. So just as soon as you get a chance, get those onions started because the longer they grow, the bigger they're going to be. Okay, so we're going to start with some dirt. We could use this Pro Mix, but I don't have much of this left, so I'm going to use this for my more delicate seeds. And I'm going to go ahead and use the growing mix, which is this. And I'm just going to, this comes in like big clumps. What we do is we chop up the dirt. You want to get all the little lumps out, and then we're going to add some hot water. Well, I might as well start them off warm, right? And we mix this in. It's kind of an art to getting the right amount of water. Yeah. Okay, so we have just about the right consistency here. You can do the squeeze test, and you don't want to be able to like squeeze a bunch of drops out of it. I squeezed really hard, but you want it to be able to stick together, so this is just about right. You can feel the moisture in it, and it holds together when you squeeze it. And you do want to try to get all these little dry lumps out. So this is good. So now I'm going to take my tray. I have a 2-part tray here. This bottom part is for support, and then the top part holds water. So when I water it, the water doesn't run all over everything. And I'm just going to be doing 2 trays for right now. So I just shake some dirt in there. I want to leave some extra room in the top. And I want it nice and fluffy so the roots can go crazy. And that's that. And then what I do is I take a pencil and I make little rows for myself. It's just kind of a guide, and it gets the seeds down a little bit deep. Okay, and then I'm gonna wash my hands.
Please go.
We have 2 different kinds of onions here today. Pontiac from Johnny Seeds, and this is a storage onion. So they'll last about 4 to 5 months in storage. And we also have Walla Walla, which is a sweet onion, and they don't last. I use these for my salsa and any kind of soup or anything that I'm making. And then anything that's left over, I chop up and freeze in Ziploc bags because it will not, it rots pretty quickly. Okay, so what I do is sometimes I wear these extra strong reading glasses, and then I get a little tweezers, put the seeds in my hand, and then I can see everything really well. And then just put the seeds down a row. Like that. I can fit about 8 to 10 seeds in a row, and there's 4 rows, so that's like 30 to 40 seeds per container. And about 3 of these containers will fill a 10 by 4 garden bed with like 4 to 5 rows in the bed. So you can do, this is the precise way if you like everything to be perfect without seeds next to each other. Or you can just do the fast way, which is just dropping them one by one with your fingers. Sometimes they double up, and then you have more work to do when you're planting the starts in the ground because you have to separate everything out. My hands are kind of wet, so they're sticking to my hands, which is not ideal. Okay, and then once I get the seeds planted, I take a little bit of dirt just a small handful, and I spread it out really thin over the seeds, and then I just tamp it down very gently to make so that the dirt makes contact with all sides of the seeds. And then the last thing I do is I make a label and I stick it on my pack here. Help you remember when they should be coming up.
So this is my setup downstairs with shelves and fluorescent lights. Two of the shelves have heating pads, which are Seedling Heat Mat by Hydro Farm. And here's the thermostat that I bought separately. I have it set to about 82, and I have it plugged in over here. So that is always on. And then up here is the timer, and I have that set to go on at 6 a.m. and off at 6 p.m. because that's going to be about the sunlight when I plant my onions outside. And over here I have, that's connected to this timer, is a power strip, and then whatever lights I want on, I have two plugged in now for this shelf here where I'm going to put my onions. And I'm gonna look in the Johnny's Seed catalog under onions, and I'm gonna come down here to the germination guide, and you can see that the best temperature is 77 to 86 Fahrenheit for germinating onions. So that's how I set my thermometer. So what you do is you take your tray, and we prepared these trays. There's 5 of these things in here. And then you put this. We can actually fit 4 of these this way, but we're just going to do 2. We only have 2 trays. So. Okay, the thermostat has an incoming temperature sensor, which we just stick in the dirt there. And I try to put it somewhere in the middle. We put the lid on, and we only leave those lids on until the seeds start germinating. You've got to take them off because otherwise the plants will rot if they have all that moisture in there. But for now, for getting the seeds started, it's perfect. And this is my tray of Pontiacs right there. And now the onions are up. And here are some that just came up right here. And the rest have actually been up for a while. So that's actually about 2 weeks growth on them. And as soon as they're all up, I turn the thermostat off so it won't dry them out as much, because with the heat mat on, the water really evaporates quickly from them. And then with it off, I come down about twice a week to water them. When it's on, I come down every day to check on them.